Imagine being alone, completely alone. Nothing around you but water, miles and miles of deep, dark ocean in every direction. No phone, no radio, no help coming. Just you, a small wooden boat, and somewhere beneath the surface, the biggest fish you have ever seen in your life. Now imagine you are 84 days into the worst losing streak of your life. 84 days without catching a single fish. Everyone in your village thinks you are finished, washed up, done, too old. But you go out anyway, because the sea is the only thing you have ever truly loved, and you are not ready to give up. This is the story of Santiago, the old man, and the sea. Santiago is an old Cuban fisherman. He lives alone in a small shack near the sea in a village called Cojimar. He has no family, no wife, no children. He has the sea. He has his small skiff. He has his fishing lines and his nets and his weathered, powerful hands. And he has Manolin. Manolin is a young boy, maybe 14 years old, who has fished with Santiago since he was a small child. Santiago taught him everything: how to read the currents, how to feel the fish, how to be patient. Manolin loves Santiago like a grandfather. But Manolin's parents have made him fish with other boats, more successful boats, because Santiago has gone 84 days without catching a fish. 84 days. In fishing, that is not just bad luck. That is a sign, a signal, an ending. The other fishermen look at Santiago with pity. Some laugh quietly. Some shake their heads. But Manolin still comes every evening. He brings Santiago food, rice and black beans and fish, because he knows the old man would not eat otherwise. He sits with him. He talks with him. He keeps him company in the loneliness. And Santiago, though his body is old and his luck has run out, still has something burning inside him. Pride, dignity, an unbreakable will. On the 84th night, Santiago makes a decision. Tomorrow, he will go further out than usual, further than the other fishermen dare to go, into the deep water, where the great fish are. Tomorrow is going to be a good day, he tells Manolin, and something in his eyes makes Manolin believe him. Before dawn, Santiago is already on the water. He rows quietly through the darkness, past the other boats, past the lights of the village, out into the open sea. He sets his lines carefully, precisely, at exact depths. He knows these waters. He has fished them for 50 years. He watches the birds. He watches the currents. He reads the color of the water. And then, late in the morning, one of his lines goes taut. Something has taken the bait. Something enormous. Santiago pulls. The line pulls back, with a force so powerful it nearly drags him overboard. He braces himself. He holds on. The fish does not jump, does not thrash. It simply pulls, steadily, powerfully, magnificently. It pulls the boat forward, out to sea, further and further from shore. Santiago cannot stop it. He can only hold on. For hours the fish pulls. Santiago stands at the stern of his small boat, the line cutting into his hands, his back aching, the sun burning down on his old skin. But he does not let go. "Fish," he says quietly, "I love you and respect you very much, but I will kill you before this day ends." The great fish does not answer. It just keeps pulling. Night falls. Santiago is far from shore. He does not know exactly how far. The stars come out. He navigates by them, the way fishermen have always done. His hands are bleeding where the line has cut them. His back is in agony. He has not eaten enough. He has not slept. But he holds the line. He talks to the fish, not crazily, but with a deep, genuine respect. He knows this fish is magnificent. He knows it is the greatest fish he has ever encountered. Maybe the greatest fish anyone has ever encountered. I wish I had the boy, he thinks, again and again. Manolin, who would bring him food, who would talk to him, who would help him hold the line. But he is alone, and so he talks to himself, to the fish, to the stars. He thinks about his life, about the great things he has seen, about a time when he was young and strong and arm wrestled a man for an entire day and won, earning himself the nickname El Campeón, the champion. He is still the champion inside, even if no one can see it anymore. He eats a small piece of fish he catches by hand. He drinks a little water, and he holds the line through the night. Morning comes. The fish is still pulling. Santiago's hands are worse now. The left hand has cramped completely, curled into a claw he cannot open. He massages it, wills it to open, needs both hands. Come on, hand, he says. I need you. Slowly, painfully, the hand uncramped. He eats more, forces himself. He knows he needs strength for what is coming. And then, on the second day, something changes. The fish begins to circle. This is the sign Santiago has been waiting for. A fish that circles is tiring. It is beginning to give in. But circling also means the fight is entering its most dangerous phase. Santiago pulls the line in, inch by inch, each circle bringing the fish closer to the surface. His arms burn, his back screams, but he pulls. He sees the fish for the first time, and what he sees takes his breath away. The marlin is enormous, longer than the boat itself. Silver and purple and magnificent in the sunlight, the most beautiful creature Santiago has ever seen. Never have I seen a greater or more beautiful or a calmer or more noble thing than you, brother, he says. Brother. He calls the fish his brother, and then he kills him. One clean thrust of the harpoon, the great marlin is dead. Santiago lashes the marlin to the side of the boat. It is too big to bring aboard, so it rides beside him, silver and massive, as he turns toward home. He is exhausted beyond words, but he is happy, deeply, quietly, completely happy. He has done it, the greatest catch of his life. Something no one will be able to deny. Something that will make the village see him differently, make them remember who he is. But the ocean is not finished with Santiago. An hour into the journey home, the first shark comes. A mako shark, fast and powerful, attracted by the blood of the marlin trailing in the water. Santiago fights it off with his harpoon, kills it, but the harpoon is lost. He fashions a new weapon from his knife tied to an oar. More sharks come. He fights them all, one by one, two by two, then in groups. He fights through the night, bleeding, exhausted, barely able to stand. Every time the sharks attack, they take pieces of the marlin, the magnificent fish he fought for 3 days. His brother, being eaten before his eyes, and there is nothing he can do to stop it. Fight them, he tells himself. I'll fight them until I die. And he does. Santiago reaches the harbor before dawn. He ties up his boat. And then he looks at what is left of the marlin. Just a skeleton, 18 feet long. The great head, the tail, the spine, all the silver flesh is gone. He shoulders the mast of his boat, heavy like a cross, and walks up the hill to his shack. He falls onto his bed, face down, arms stretched out. He is asleep before he knows it. In the morning, the fishermen gather at the dock. They measure the skeleton of the marlin, 18 feet. They are silent with awe. The tourists who pass by look at the skeleton and ask what it is. "A shark," someone says carelessly. They do not understand what they are seeing. But the fishermen understand. And Manolin, who has been searching for Santiago frantically, who cried when he found the old man's boat and thought the worst. Manolin sits beside the sleeping old man and cries with relief. When Santiago wakes, Manolin brings him coffee. "They beat me, Manolin," Santiago says quietly. "They truly beat me." "He didn't beat you, not the fish." "No, truly. It was afterwards." A long silence. "I missed you," Santiago says. "I missed you too," says Manolin. "Now rest. I will bring what you need, and then we will fish together again." That night, Santiago dreams. He dreams of lions on the beaches of Africa. Young lions, playful, golden in the late afternoon sun. He used to see them when he was a young sailor, and they have stayed with him ever since, a symbol of everything powerful and beautiful and free. He is smiling in his sleep. He did not bring the fish home. He fought for 3 days and 3 nights and came back with a skeleton. By any measure, he lost. And yet, he went further than anyone dared. He fought longer than anyone thought possible. He faced the sharks without flinching. He held the line when every muscle in his body screamed to let go. Santiago did not lose. Santiago proved something to himself that no one can ever take away. That a man can be destroyed, but he cannot be defeated. Hemingway wrote The Old Man and the Sea in just 8 weeks. It won the Pulitzer Prize. It helped him win the Nobel Prize for Literature. And it contains perhaps the most powerful line in all of American literature. A man can be destroyed, but not defeated. This is not just a story about fishing. It is a story about every human being who has ever faced something impossible, who has gone out further than was wise, who has fought longer than was reasonable, who has come home with nothing but the knowledge of what they are capable of. That is enough. That has always been enough. If this story moved you, please subscribe, share this video, and tell me in the comments which novel you want me to cover next. Until then, go further out. Santiago would tell you, it's worth it.